No,
Oh, it's happening.
no,
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Problematic
I'm leaving.
Podcast. I'm your friendly neighborhood co-host, Rita, with my troubled, not
Ah,
so wonderful, friendly
not
neighborhood co-host.
troubled.
Whitney just revealed to me off air that she has never been to Waffle House. And I am very confused as to what the hell is going on. How have you never been to Waffle House?
I'm gonna stay on mute.
No, don't stay on mute.
I'll stay on
Don't
mute for the
don't
duration
stay
of this
on mute.
program. For the
I
duration of this program.
How is that
I
even
refuse to be
possible?
judged about what I haven't been exposed to.
I just feel like as a Delta, it should be
Not
required.
as a
Is
Delta.
that not like a requirement? I don't know what the
As
rules
a
are.
Delta. Not you.
That's not a rule?
I
No.
know, honey. No.
Oh, I thought
No.
it was. I don't know.
Are the Deltas always in a Waffle House? Do we need to
No,
take?
but I just thought it was a part of the Black Greek experience. Every
I
time I
mean,
go, listen, every time I went to Waffle House in college, it was a bunch of
I
Black
mean, you
there.
said it there
So
in college, so
you went
I
to college, right?
haven't been there in a very long time.
But you've never been to Waffle House.
No, I look unhinged, and I'm leaving it like
I,
that. I
Whitney,
look unhinged. I'm leaving it
you
like that.
don't look unhinged.
Fighting for my hair, fighting not for my hair, Jesus, fighting with my hair for like an hour today.
Okay, I thought it
Yep.
looked wonderful before you started
All right,
touching
I'll
it,
take it
but
down.
I'm
I just want it out of my face. I think it's a touchy
it's
system.
too facey. It's too face touchy.
I just don't like things in my face. My daughter's the same exact way. She don't want nothing in her face. No bangs, nothing. Even though she looks cute as a button with a bang.
Adorable. Just
Oh, listen.
adorable.
So
Just
stinking cute.
adorable.
Just so stinking cute. But
I
no, do not
cannot
put a bang
believe
in my face. Mm-mm.
I'm very disturbed by this. All right, I need to add
All
that to
right,
the list of
so we're starting the judgment off early, huh?
Yes, we are. How have you never been to Waffle House?
Oh my God, I feel like Anthony's getting ready to just blow me up.
I know Anthony is hearing this and judging
Oh
you
my
because it's
God.
Waffle House. It's
All
a
right,
part of
well,
the
I'll
Black
go.
American experience.
Why don't you take me, friend? I don't
I
even know where
will.
one is.
Listen, I'm gonna have to pick you up early because there isn't one in Philly, so we gotta drive to Delaware to go. It's not that
That's a
far, don't worry. I
it's
went
a
today.
journey
I went today for lunch just to take my girl to
just to
lunch at
go.
Waffle House. So it's not that bad. You'll be fine.
It's a
I feel
journey.
like we should bring Emmy. Just go ahead, put the car seat in the car.
Oh
We'll
my gosh, you don't want to bring her anywhere.
Why? Don't
Well, first of all,
do
she's
my
wonderful.
girl like that.
I know she's wonderful, but she's gotten a lot of comments now,
Oh,
and now they're starting to be really funny, but it's not like the casual observances of a child. It's like a person who has been here before.
oh
Why
boy.
did why did you bring out any extra plates? Like if she
Oh
listen,
no, girl, you're
yeah,
not about to be fussing at because they
it's
fight
too
kids at
cold
the
to
Waffle
wear
House.
that.
Okay, now Emmy can definitely stay home. We'll just go
I'm
by
not fighting today.
ourselves.
I'm
It's
not fighting today.
quite all right. I'll add that to our
She's the problematic
itinerary.
person.
Yes, she's the problematic person. Whitney.
Oh, hi, friend. It is.
I
I am very sad to report that it is week 2 of Protector kicking
get
my
wearing your
ass,
ass out.
wearing me. But you know what? I found community.
Okay.
I have found community in after I posted that online. So many people came on and were just like, "Oh my God, I thought I was the only one." I'm like, "Y'all, I was bowed, body bent, broken on the floor of like next to my tub, arm up on the tub, just like this."
I hope Beyonce knows what she has put the
Wrought
peoples through.
what she has wrought
What have you done,
because the
Beyonce?
people are broken. Thank you,
They need
Giselle.
yeah.
Golly. And I
Um
never listened to My Rose. Like I listened to it on
on
the
the
listen
first
through.
listen. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I didn't immediately come back to it. And it randomly played, oh, not randomly, of course, it comes in the sequence, but it played afterwards. And I was just like, so Protector wasn't the lullaby.
Mm-mm.
The lullaby was My Rose. And
Mm-hmm.
started crying all over again.
Lord,
Especially when she get to you're my sweetie part. You're my sweetie pie, my baby. I'm like,
you
oh
are
no.
So soft. I am judging you
Just
again. Just
soft as tissue
pudding.
paper in the
It is
rain.
terrible. You gotta,
Awful.
why are you like this?
I had a kid. It really does make you soft.
I swear, I start recording it. Everybody in my family get active outside. The cat, the dog. My wife is dragging a contractor bag down the steps. We been home since we got back from Waffle House. Ain't nobody wanted to do anything. All of a sudden, the
To be
background
fair,
was.
I don't hear anything, but I don't know
That's
if you could
fair.
hear.
I mean,
They're having a jam session with
I
it sounds
think.
like a xylophone and some shakers.
Oh, okay. No, I can't hear that. I think this pop
Okay.
filter is worth the $14 I
Well,
paid
praise
for it.
God.
So I know y'all are tired of hearing Beyonce, and I actually the song I've been listening to isn't a Beyonce song, but it is a Shabuzi song, and everybody knows
Oh
that I was
yeah.
introduced to Shabuzi through Beyonce. A shout
Yes,
out
Shabuzi.
to Beyonce, but Shabuzi released a new song over the weekend called a bar song,
Mm-hmm.
Tipsy.
Mm-hmm.
To hear the black take on country music over these last few weeks, Tanner Adele dropped the Whiskey Blues song, and then I had Shabuzi with the bar song. Just talking about being a wayward drunkard on the weekend, which
Not
is
a
a
wayward
yeah. Think
drunkard.
I remember Jaquan, everybody in the club getting tipsy. This
Absolutely.
is the black country version of that song, and it is pretty damn incredible. Do me a favor and listen to Shabuzi's
And
of our
will.
song. And if it isn't reminiscent to you of Jaquan's Tipsy, and you are over the age of
We
32, please write to me and let me know. Because I know
we
I'm
love
not
that
wrong
song.
here.
We used to love that song.
And
And
do. And did.
my boyfriend at the time, he would yell tipsy. He would yell really loud, "Everybody in the club get drunk!" Like real loud.
Yeah,
And I was like, "What?
yeah.
Drunk?
Because that's what we doing. Because tipsy is for
Supposed to be
bitches.
tipsy.
We in here
Tipsy is
getting
light.
drunk.
Just tipsy." What did Jeff Bezos say in that love letter he wrote to his mistress? I just want to get a little drunk with you.
Uh,
Just a little drunk.
that
Like
sounds, let me
I
tell you
said,
something.
I want somebody to write that to me. See,
I
look, the
don't.
streets are not okay. Because
Well, I'm
he don't
not.
he's like, I don't want to take advantage of you. I just want to sit in your presence and both of us just get a little tipsy and
Mm,
just enjoy
he
the
said,
vibes they're in.
I
And
am
I'm like,
trying to
I'm here.
honor the lines of consent. And I was like, I see what you're
Oh
doing
no,
here.
no.
This is still your
Yes,
mistress.
yes, she's still
What
your
are we
mistress.
doing
The way he
here?
wrote to her like it was a love letter. I said, sir, what happened to where's Mackenzie? Like
Mistresses getting love letters is wild. Y'all don't even, y'all are out here
episode title.
honoring
Episode
the
title.
mistresses.
Mistresses getting love letter.
This is not, oh, I'm not a fan of it. There's got to be rules.
I need to
Where are the
find out. I
rules?
need to know.
It's out of line.
I need to know. Shout out to Shabuzi though.
Shout out to Shabuzi.
And all them, all
All of them.
Beyonce's children.
All, she just out here introducing the blacks and country,
To
the
everybody.
mainstream, and I'm here for it
To
because
everybody. I said, oh, you
I never heard of Shabuzi before, but he is a African American. I don't want to say a black ass man in color, but he is like a real. Can I say real nigga? It's our podcast.
it's our podcast.
He's a real nigga
Yeah,
from Virginia.
yeah.
All right, boom. If Pusha T decided to be a
No,
country
no,
artist
no. What's see?
and took country seriously, I don't mean just like cosplaying as country. This is a real nigga who sings country music, sings and raps, and it's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if y'all got time, check out a bar song because it is literally the black country equivalent of Tipsy, and I've been a fan of it since I started listening to it. Whitney,
No,
it's
it was the
required.
sigh.
We don't have to stay here long because by the time
It
this
was the
is
sigh.
released on Monday, it'll be old news. But
It was the sigh that took me out.
your Uncle Juice passed away,
Ain't
and
my uncle. That was my uncle. No, he said I'm not black. I'm OJ. I said, oh,
okay,
the
whatever
majority of my people are black,
and
so we ain't related.
let me tell you something.
Mm-mm.
Since that trial, they spent every day reminding OJ's black ass
I'm
that
not black. I'm OJ.
he was in fact a black man. My only thoughts on the passing of OJ Simpson, because again, this is days old news by now, is
Mm-hmm.
I have become thoroughly, thoroughly entertained by Black Twitter's inability to take anything seriously.
You know
Nothing.
we can't.
Nothing is sacred to you niggas.
Nothing. Girl, you
Nothing.
know we can't take it seriously. Are you crazy?
Whitney.
No.
Whitney.
Nope.
Whitney.
I don't even feel bad. Let them people laugh. Let them people keep
47 seconds after I saw TMZ report
47.
that OJ, the Juice Simpson, was no longer on this side of glory. Y'all got right to work with the memes, reporting live from hell. It's OJ Simpson. I
Not
said,
live.
oh my God. Why are y'all like this? Caitlyn Jenner said good riddance, and then
Oh, she
everybody
can.
jumped in Caitlyn Jenner's.
Caitlyn, for real. Don't you got a body too?
Yes, and
Don't you got a body too? Like,
here's the
why
crazy part. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, Whitney, and you can judge me here. I did not know that Caitlyn Jenner killed someone. I
yeah, killed
had no idea.
someone. Yeah, yeah.
But
Vehicular. I'm just kidding. No, let me stop. It's not vehicular homicide. I think it was an accident.
I, I hope it was an accident.
I think it was an accident.
Here's what I know. 5 minutes before OJ passed, I had no idea that Caitlyn Jenner had killed somebody. 7 minutes after Caitlyn Jenner tweeted "Good riddance," I was very well aware of all of the details of the death of the person that
hmm
Caitlyn Jenner was found responsible for
hmm
killing in a car accident. And I said,
hmm
well, damn, how quickly the internet got that off.
Well, yeah, yeah.
I was entertained.
I bet you were. You were probably cracking up.
I will say this, I am miserably happy to report that America is as racially divided when that verdict came out in 95 as it is today. Y'all really got online and showed
Your
us how
asses,
y'all actually felt
y'all
about
asses, y'all showed us your whole.
Orenthal Simpson.
You know,
Go
like I
ahead.
said, he said he wasn't a black man, so I ain't pipe up. I said, all right.
All right, OJ. All right.
You only get community when you put into community, so
Yeah,
can't really help you with that, but
that's all I got. I don't have any other words. I was a mere bleh, 7, 8 years old when that
we
trial
were children.
interrupted, when the verdict interrupted Power Rangers.
Like we were
I was
minding our own.
I
How
distinctly
dare
remember
you?
when y'all interrupted Power Rangers with that
Mm-mm.
news cycle. That was bullshit.
How
Fuck
dare
y'all.
you? How dare
But
you? Quality
yeah,
television that was.
I had to just quickly touch on the fact that y'all really did show me that y'all ain't never gonna grow up and
Or
some
change. Mm-mm. Although I don't think that Twitter's the best place for that because for judging the racial state of the United States, because there's trolls on there that have like hundreds of accounts
hmm
and they just literally just log in and dogpile. It'll be like one person with like a dozen or more accounts and they'll just dogpile from all these different accounts to make it look like it's a bunch of different people. Um, and then all of a sudden, like when they block you, like you find out, like,
Hey.
hey,
Oh, isn't that interesting? Look at that.
hey. I found that out on Instagram actually. I'm like, huh, all these other comments went away. I wonder why
Hmm.
that is.
Same account.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, somebody
Losers.
said if you don't like people disrespecting the dead, then unfollow me because we
Ooh,
disrespect the dead over here. Sorry, not sorry. And I said,
I
wow,
mean,
sis, just tell them how you really feel.
I'm
I'm not mad at it. She gave y'all the
I
warning.
can't be. I can't be mad at it
She
because like
said you got approximately 9 minutes to get the fuck off my page, which
essentially, essentially. No, she said like 2 minutes, a
right
2 minute
now,
warning. Okay.
immediately.
We're gonna
And
shut this down.
baby, I was entertained
Let her be. Hmm
from start to finish. Y'all just
hmm
cut
Having
up.
a time.
Having a time.
We always have a time when somebody dies. You remember when that queen over there
Which
passed
one?
away?
Aretha?
No, not ours.
Oh.
The
Oh, the
the
Queen
British.
Queen.
Wait.
Listen. No, because Black Twitter during the Aretha Franklin 22-hour homegoing service. You niggas were the funniest of niggas. You DEIs had me in tears for 9 consecutive hours. But no, when the queen died, what I
What just happened?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I got
You,
distracted.
you's a nigga for real, and
I'm
you've
s-
been a nigga a long time.
I apologize. No,
Hmm.
when the queen died, I was most impressed by the fact that the entire diaspora, African Americans, Jamaicans,
And
Indians,
Ireland, out of
and now
and Ireland. Can we not forget how Black Twitter and the Irish Twitter united?
came together
Hmm.
and said, "You know what? Fuck the monarchy." As one. Oh, what a great time.
Black
Oh,
Americans, we had no dog in the fight. We were just watching. We were just invited to the cookout. So we were just like, hey, we'll just show up. We had no dog in that fight. None.
oh,
We were
baby,
just
I was
watching.
entertained.
No, the people who were there was this video of these Irish people tap dancing in front of like Buckingham Palace.
And getting it.
Getting
Fucking
it.
get,
Those
yes.
feet were moving,
Moving.
okay? And then I had a moment. I said, white people, white people, this is what you missed when when y'all came over here to sacrifice culture for the identity of whiteness. This is what you missed. Do you see how much rhythm those people have? We would never be able to say y'all wouldn't have rhythm. If you do you see them feet?
They
We
was
would
in them
never
tight ass jeans, moving and hoofing
those
them boots,
boots.
baby.
Them boots was
I said,
moving.
wow, they went to Buckingham Palace to
Buckingham
say,
Palace.
fuck this monarchy and that dead queen. And I said, oh, wait,
Louis.
that is some hatred right there.
Listen, married a cousin, and that's why all the kids are bald. Like, I don't understand. I'm
Oh
sorry, let me
man.
stop.
No,
I'm gonna behave.
it was funny.
I'm
That
a
was
behave.
one
I'm
of
a
my favorite
behave.
Black Twitter moments. And for the girl who asked during Aretha Franklin's homegoing, why does Bill Clinton know all of the words to the Black
You know why.
spirituals and Black gospel songs? And I was like, y'all
You know why.
forget when there was a time where they called that man the first African American
They
president.
did.
He that is a homegrown man from
Right.
Arkansas. He been around some colored folk. But ooh, wow, y'all are Black Twitter. I'd like to thank you again for another entertaining weekend because y'all sure know how to make a bitch laugh. I need to get into some not so funny stuff. So before hopping on to record today, I saw that Iran has fired missiles at Israel. So let me give the full context, Whitney, because I need you to help me out here.
Wait, you're asking me about diplomacy? Girl, I thought we were gonna get zapped up with the daggone
Stop
solar
it.
eclipse.
Don't do this. We're not doing this.
Wait,
By
before
the way, go
okay,
ahead.
okay, no. I want to
No,
hear.
just happy to see that y'all all survived the earthquake
Oh,
and the solar eclipse.
because
We were in hell for a solid 72 hours,
Facebook
baby. It
was in
was,
shambles.
oh my
Shambles. Every
God.
people who had never talked about Jesus in their life had a Bible verse to throw up. I said, you know what? If a celestial event is the thing that does for you, that's fine. A celestial event after earthquake, a week after Easter, if that's what does it for
Y'all
you,
was quick to get right with Jesus, calling y'all grandmas, asking her to
listen.
teach y'all how to
How
pray and everything.
listen? How do we pray? Yeah,
Mm,
if that's what does it for you, then amen.
I
Because
am
y'all,
happy to be out. Let me tell you something about
oh,
Aries season. It can go now.
you
We've
are
had
an
enough.
oh,
No,
I
whatever. We have had enough. Aries season has been hell.
love
Everybody beefing.
Aries. Oh, shout out to
Everybody
Aries.
hate Drake, Quavo,
Well,
and
he earned
Chris
it.
Brown well, yeah,
He
but
earned it.
it's just the girl rappers are
Oh,
fighting.
are we going to
Everything is
talk about it? Because I'm very confused. I'm like, wow, what is you ever just walk into a room and a bunch of people are just fighting?
yes,
You see that scene. It's that scene with Regina George standing in the hall well, from the old movie, y'all, not the new movie. I'm too old to watch the new movie.
Mean Girls.
Yeah, the Mean Girls one. But they made a remake, but they made
Yes, they
the
did.
remake's not a remake of the film. The remake is a remake of the musical.
Yes,
And people didn't know that and they were very, very
that
confused.
be fucking people up like with the Color Purple when they were like, "Oh
Like y'all
my God,
know the
it's a musical," and they were
yes,
like, "I
y'all should
didn't
have
know."
y'all they should honestly they should have promoted that it was a musical. But anyway, the scene with Regina George from the film, not the musical film, where she's standing in the hallway and everybody's fighting, and that one kid's
Yes,
like, "Mom, you come get me. I need to come home."
come
That's
get
what
me.
the rap situation looks like online.
And
I'm like, Who Meek Mill trying to
Everybody's
argue
fighting.
with Wale. I'm like, what is
I
happening?
gotta say this real quick before I get right back into this Israel thing and get right back out of it because
Mm-mm,
it scares me and I don't
mm-mm,
like it.
mm-mm. We're doomed.
I would like Ramik Ladarius Mills
Oh, not Ladarius.
to please
Not Ladarius.
delete
His
the
middle name.
Twitter app from your fucking phone. Give the login credentials to your PR team and never talk to us directly again.
You
If
don't
you
have a
got
PR
something to
team?
say to us, we need you to scream it from a club couch or from the studio. We do not want you tweeting anymore.
You could stop
I
talking to
hate
us.
having to decipher your fucking tweets.
You
It's
could
painful and it's embarrassing as a Philadelphian.
you could really stop talking to me right now.
You don't have to talk to us at all. You don't owe us that. Go ahead and make your little hippity hop music, as my
Right.
grandma used to call it. Your
You're
bebop shit.
hippity
And
hop.
yes, hippity hop, bebop shit is what my grandmother called hip hop. She did was not with the rapidy rap shit.
Not rapidy rap.
Yeah, it wasn't her favorite genre. I'll tell you that. I don't care about Ramik and Wale beefing. I just hate to have to decipher and as someone who is very literate and
You
reads very well, it is hard, difficult
you are gonna keep
to break down the gibberish that
you're
is
gonna
a Meek
you're
Ladarius Mill tweet. I
you're gonna
wanted to
keep being
stop.
problematic about that literature thing. And I keep telling you that sometimes
What?
it's ableist thing.
It's ableist
Oh, yeah,
to
sometimes.
say it about Meek Mill.
No, not about
Okay, I'll just
individuals, but about
Okay, all right. I'll clean up my act. I'll be better moving forward. I'm gonna be
not
better. But I
not
don't want to read another Meek Mill tweet
well, no, that's different
because he
because
can't read or
no,
write.
that's
He can
different.
rap.
Either that or he's just decided that he's not gonna, cooperate with the rules of English grammar, of American English grammar, which that's your business. I know he said that he treats Twitter like his own journal, and I'm like, but the paper ones are so great. Like you could just carry your paper journal with you, write out your thought, shut it, and nobody needs to see
And
that.
leave us the fuck out of it.
People do it all the time. I'm the queen of journaling. Like it is so cathartic and so healthy.
It's
And then
wonderful.
you come back and read, you're like, what the hell was wrong with me on that day?
I
God, I'm
was
glad nobody
wilding.
else saw this.
Yeah, that's what he should do with his tweets, and then just delete the account and stop bothering us with it. It's
If it's not about new music, sir,
Yeah,
like,
because what I really
please.
want you to hear is what I really want to hear is you go into the studio and tell
Yeah.
Wale you don't like him. I don't
Hmm.
want you to tweet about it. Are you a rapper or not, young
Right.
man?
Right. Um, Kendrick, can you please stop arguing with J. Cole? Even though it wasn't about J. Cole, it was about Drake. It was not about J. Cole.
It
I don't know
wasn't. He
why
was just standing in the way.
Jermaine, you really didn't even have to say nothing. And I'm glad you took it back. You said might delete later and you meant it.
Mhm.
So I'm glad that you slept on it. You put your crystals by the moon and did all the spiritual things that you girlies have to do, twirled around that broom. You remember that broom we stood up in 2020? Things ain't been right since.
Yes, Lord. When
Things
y'all
ain't been
started
right
standing
since.
all the brooms up, the witchcraft and the soil activated, and the world's been fucked up ever since. This is
I
all
did
your
that.
fault.
It's me. I did it because I wanted to see. I was like, well, is that true? my
The
husband came in and he said, what are you doing?
witchcraft. She in here
No,
being a witch.
not witchcraft.
She in here being a witch, and you should do something about that.
What have we done?
The
What have we done?
world has been a weird and scary place.
Since March 2020.
As a Kendrick Lamar fan, I'm going to say a few comments on their alleged beef, which is now over because
Oh, it's
J.
over.
Cole
He's not
said I'm
participating.
sorry.
He said,
Um,
he did say, I'm sorry.
he did.
I,
He said I'm sorry.
I'm proud of him, honestly.
I'm all for competition in rap, and that was wonderful. And again, I never felt that Kendrick's issue was with Jermaine Cole because I feel like he was really aiming at Drake. Jermaine Cole just happened to be sitting next to him. And sometimes when people throw shots and you sit next to him, you too get shot. What irked me was the fact that Jermaine had the audacity, the unmitigated gall to suggest that To
Hmm.
Pimp a Butterfly was a boring
Now,
album. I
Now,
said, now,
sir.
now you just lying and
Now,
being a goddamn hater.
why,
Jermaine,
sir?
J. Cole, Mr. Cole, sir.
Absolutely not.
Jermaine, Levante, Cole. You're a liar. And that's how you know that people don't actually have real beef with each other. And he was just making like
He said
he,
it. He said as much. He said, you know what? I really don't. He's like, this
feel
is
that
not
way.
really.
He's
Mm-mm.
one of the greatest to ever do it, and I shouldn't have said that shit. And I was like,
And
"You're absolutely
you
right.
are
You
a
shouldn't have."
100% right. And thank you
Thank you.
for, you might be the only like good apology a lot of these Negroes have seen.
Yeah, and a lot of people said that. They said y'all have a
Mhm.
problem with Jermaine, Jermaine Cole, J.
Jermaine,
Cole apologizing because y'all ain't never gave a sincere apology in your fucking
in
life,
your
and I was
life.
like, "You're not
And
wrong."
you've never seen one either.
I was like, you know what? I'm happy he apologized because those evil things he said about To Pimp a Butterfly actually bothered me. Like I was upset. Like
My spirit was at an arrest. Yes.
I am a huge Kendrick Lamar fan.
Hmm.
I am a huge J. Cole fan.
Hmm.
The wonderful thing about this, and me and Whitney are at odds about this because I still listen to Drake's music because I've said before it plays a very large part in the soundtrack of my 20s. He started popping right after, I went into college and came out. So a lot of the pivotal moments in my life go with a Drake song. But when it comes to fandom, I'm a bigger fan of Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole. And to hear a
Hmm.
man as talented as J. Cole lie like that
Lie.
really just
Just
irked my
lying. I'm
face.
like,
So when he came out and apologized, I cracked up. Somebody said that J. Cole is the first sucker MC we've seen since 1982. And when I say I laughed for 20 straight minutes,
y'all ain't right.
a sucker MC?
Y'all
That's
ain't
the
right.
shit my mom in high school used to say to people.
Y'all ain't right. Y'all ain't right. Y'all know y'all ain't right.
A
I'm not
sucker
even
MC.
I'm not even gonna do this with y'all. Y'all know y'all ain't right.
But I'm happy to see that J. Cole patched that up, and I don't think Kendrick Lamar will be directing any more bars his way. As of the time of this recording, Drake just released a response. I don't know if Whitney's heard it yet. It came out about 2 hours ago.
Nope, missed it.
I've had the pleasure of listening to it.
What he had to say.
Pretty much that Kendrick Lamar is getting pimped by his old record label president and owner, and the song is called Drop and Give Me 50, and he said that is what his old label owner used to say to him. He would make him drop music and then take all his money, and I was like, if
Damn.
that's the best we gotta do.
Drake is
He's
really
so
trying really hard to be in his villain era. And
bad. And nobody's believing it.
no, it's coming off really corny. Like you're trying to do this whole, like you just made music for the college girls, and now you want to do this whole, I am an incel. I hate women. Let me give you a Birkin bag.
And take it back because I
Let me,
hate you.
yeah, and then let me collect all these bras and then take a picture with them on the floor. Like his audience is 13-year-old boys who got dumped by that one girl, and now they hate all women
And
forever.
never got
Yeah.
over it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Drake, that the whole Rihanna thing didn't work out. You're still like a little
Ooh,
sore about
ASAP
that.
Rocky had some words for Drake
Wait,
on the
I
new
missed.
Future album. Yeah, basically it was
What
so
did
I
Rock what did
so real
Rock Daniel
quick,
say?
so here's what I learned that I did not know. So when Drake was being accused of being his child's father, the actual child that
Oh,
he
he's
had,
accused of being a father.
Adonis.
I know,
When
but
the
it's
paternity
funny.
was up in the air, it was up in the air between two rappers. Those
Oh,
rappers were ASAP Rocky
oh,
and Drake. And apparently this is well-known information, but I'm
wait,
old. I'm in my 30s. Yes, yes. Absolutely. Why didn't y'all tell us?
wait a damn.
Yes, so it was speculated. And the woman, I forget Adonis's mom's name. It's irrelevant, not important.
Loose lips. Sorry,
Accused.
that's not nice. I'm sorry. That's not nice. I'm sorry.
Woo, Whitney.
Do not call the episode that. I will fight you. We're calling it letters to bitches. Don't you write that down. Don't you write that down, Marita.
It's written
Marita,
down. We're here
Marita Gloria Richard.
now.
multiple names for everybody, for
Welcome
anyone who doesn't
everyone to
know.
the Loose Lips episode.
No!
We're happy to have you here. So it was between ASAP Rocky and Drake, and ultimately they both took paternity tests, and it turned out to be Drake's kid.
I know
But
ASAP was cartwheeling.
baby, talk about being lucky. And then the beef between Drake taking shots at Rihanna. I don't know what the fuck Rihanna did to Drake outside of just not being interested, which will
Dapping
make a
him,
man mad.
dapping him in public instead of
She
like
said,
giving him a hug. She went, boop.
she said, "Fist bump, my guy,
Yeah,
my friend." Yeah,
yeah,
but
my
Drake,
buddy.
you should be over that. But ASAP
Should
had
he?
some words to say, basically saying, "Yeah, I slept with your baby mom first, and you're a lame, and you're big mad because the girl you wanted ain't the girl you got. That's actually my
Damn.
girl." And I was like, "This is pretty weak for a diss and a response, but also." The accuracy because nothing seems to piss Drake off more than, not being with Rihanna.
Oh,
Anytime you dedicate a diss track on your latest album to a pop princess, Rihanna was home minding her business. Why are you dissing Rihanna?
carrying her babies around, eating. What does she do? She takes the watermelon and dips it in the ocean and eats it. Like
Yes,
whatever her
she makes
business
it
is.
extra salty.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. Well, if you sprinkle a little salt on watermelon, it actually
I don't
she's not
like it, but
she's not wrong. She's not
you
wrong.
you people who support it.
You people.
You people, I don't want no salty
Not
watermelon.
you
I like
people.
the sweet and juicy kind, but that's just
This
me.
sounds like something a description of something else. So we're gonna move
I
along
like
with
that too,
we're
but
gonna
move.
move along with the
Oh, fine,
story.
fine, fine. But yeah, ASAP dissed him back, and now everybody Drake is dissing everybody in his new song. You should check it out when we are done recording. I just wanted to share that. Um, yeah, who you want to yell at?
These niggas that keep calling me biracial. I don't understand why I'm
Wait, you're
biracial.
biracial?
No. I
I
mean,
know that, but why
according
they
to
think
my
you are?
two black parents, and then my four black grandparents, and then my eight great grandparents who are also black, and then six, you know the math.
Not biracial, Whitney. That might be a
They
episode title.
so the thing that bothers me is there's this whole thing online because people are stupid where they assume that everybody who is light skinned has to be biracial. And I'm like, I have 4C. Not to say the biracials usually don't, but like, don't let the twist out today fool you. Like,
Whitney, please.
if I wet this a little bit, I'm gonna look like a microphone. I will look like a Jackson in a heartbeat. I'm not playing. I'm not playing. Earl actually has a looser curl pattern than I do. So
Oh
I break
God.
combs. Proudly, I break combs. 100%. All them little cute brushes and stuff y'all got. No, no, no. I need the industrial strength. I need something with the strength of the ancestors in it to comb through these locks that I love and adore. But I just, y'all keep calling me biracial, and I don't understand why. It's like just because I'm light skinned, you
You
ain't never
don't
met no light
look
skinned black people.
biracial. Where's
But
this
I'm not
coming from?
not even.
Now I'm gonna start
It's a
telling people
thing.
you biracial too.
Don't you do this. It's a
I'm
thing
gonna have
on
to.
TikTok and on TikTok specifically because I've never seen it anywhere else where people will accuse, not accuse, like it's like I broke a law, but
Allegedly.
no,
That's the episode title.
no,
Biracial, allegedly.
I'm not biracial.
I know that.
You met one of my parents. You've
I
seen me
have.
with others, so I'm just like, anyway, it's just it's getting old and it's getting stale. It's like a big thing on like TikTok to say like, um, a light skinned person is biracial. I'm like, you haven't, y'all don't know any like light skinned black people, like for
Nope.
real, like who have parents who are
Can't.
also light skinned
I'm gonna
and
start
black.
calling my mom biracial, see
Stop
how long
bothering
it
that
takes
woman.
before she get pissed off and
Stop
start
bothering that
yelling
woman.
at me.
She's gonna throw something at you.
I get on
Leave
my
her alone. She don't do nothing to
I
nobody.
call her
I mean,
cornbread because she light skinned.
Earl's nickname for me is Jiffy, and I hate it.
It's because you light skinned,
This is
not biracial though.
so
Completely
terrible.
different.
This is so
Y'all
terrible.
cornbread colored.
This is so terrible.
I'm sorry.
I'm waiting for my AP news to load. Okay.
Oh boy.
Did you see Donald Trump stop by Chick-fil-A?
I did.
Did you see that little black girl come around to give him a hug?
I fucking
Do
did.
you know that whole thing is staged?
I assumed as I hoped as much.
It's staged. Michaela Montgomery, a conservative activist and founder of the Conserve the Culture, which recruits and educates college students and young alumni at Atlanta's historically Black colleges and universities.
Okay. All right. I didn't know that was the thing.
I
That's
said,
frightening.
I said, ma'am, like, first of all, going to a chicken place where they answer you with my pleasure to
Oh,
stage a photo op with a known bigot who literally wanted the death penalty for children who were exonerated of that crime, had nothing to do with that crime. The person who actually had something to do with that crime actually confessed. But no, the little niggas, they did it. Doing
oh
all of
man.
that,
Oh, that's funny.
man, is a lot. Is a lot. You are a young woman, and I don't like to badger down the youth them,
The
but
you them.
honey, like you this gonna follow you. And I would caution you to be really careful because these people, the people that you are trying to get in with, the people who you are fascinated with their celebrity, they will suck you dry and then spit you out. Ask Candace Owens.
Who? Fuck Candace Owens.
Always, always. Who is currently doing her circuit. Did you see the Breakfast Club is getting kicked
Yes.
off of the radio?
Yes.
What happened?
I,
I have an
you
idea, but what
know,
happened?
I have no idea why. But good luck. Try. I feel like they've made this weird pivot towards conservative ideals,
Conservative
and I
ideals.
think that people are just like, okay, this isn't for us. This isn't what we thought it was.
Yeah, no, because that's never been us. That's never been us. I'm like, okay, well, best of luck on your podcast on whatever network because someone's gonna pick them up. Maybe the Daily Wire,
Oh, oh,
maybe
oh.
Storm, whatever that's called, the Storm something.
The Onion.
The Blaze will pick them up. Not Kanye.
The Onion.
Not the Onion would be hilarious.
The Onion would be
That would be a
hilarious.
dig. I got a few more folks, but we should probably take a break.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back after these messages begging and pleading
Not
again. You know, we always love to hear from you at the Problematic Podcast. So if you have a problematic question or story, feel free to email us at theproblematicpod@gmail.com, or now you can text us at 267-225-4648. Again, that's 267-225-4648. Standard messaging rates apply. We love to hear from you. Now let's get into today's problematic letters.
about that. I was about to
And we're back. Who else we cussing out?
Duke.
Oh, baby, go ahead, because I've got some concerns.
I want to hear your concerns.
Nope, go ahead. Tell the people why we mad at Duke.
Duke has decided to eliminate a scholarship that benefits Black students, and they are saying they're touting this decision in light of the end of affirmative action. And I said, compliance does not mean contrition. This is a
Mm-hmm.
reminder that Duke University was founded by slave owners.
Yep.
Um, they don't feel contrite about that at all. And you're gonna see a lot of these happen. And I'm tempted to keep note of this in an article fashion. Stay tuned, stay tuned. I'm tempted to start putting these down because something's going to happen where there will be a very sudden pivot back.
Yep.
Because the pendulum always swings.
I can take a guess at what that pendulum is going to be, but I would like you to finish. Just please enlighten the
Sure,
people.
sure, sure. I'm just going to call it the pendulum. The pendulum will swing, and it's going to swing back towards equality and justice. And when it does, somebody, namely me, somebody should have the receipts about how all these schools and all these organizations literally just let their diversity, equity, and inclusion programs crumble. People don't realize that diversity, equity, inclusion is not just for Black folks.
It's
It's
not
literally for everyone who is not cisgender, heterosexual, Christian, white, male, able-bodied male.
able-bodied. Able-bodied.
Able-bodied male. And so veterans are on that list.
Yep.
So every time I see a veteran like losing their minds about DEI, I'm like, you know that DEI covers you too. Every time I see a white woman talk about DEI, I'm like, you know, DEI covers you too. Every time I see an Asian who wants to complain that, oh no, the blacks are taking my spot. And then now after affirmative action, they're noticing that nothing has changed. In fact, like
Ooh, look at that.
Vox did in a when I tell you Vox, if y'all are not reading Vox, go read Vox, VOX. They did an amazing takedown showing how it had nothing to do with affirmative action and everything had everything to do with legacy. And
Hmm.
so now you're complaining about the spot that you're not given. You can't blame the blacks for it because look at what you did. Look at
We
what you
don't had
dismantled.
nothing to do with that.
Right. And again, I'm not blaming every Asian person, but it's interesting how white bigots came to Asian people specifically to try to dismantle it. And because in those individuals, not everybody, in those individuals' mind, that model minority myth was kicking their ass and they just wanted to be as close to whiteness as possible, they complied. And then as soon as they were done, they were like, hey, you guys want to help us get into our schools, right?
No.
No,
Hell no. Who
no,
are you
no, right.
again?
Exactly. You did what they wanted you to do. Congratulations. My friend, your comments?
Jamel Hill brought up a very
Brilliant.
good point.
Brilliant.
That I had said to myself when I initially read that they were dismantling the African American academic scholarship program at Duke University. Are y'all going to dismantle the African American athletic scholarships? Because we all know how y'all do y'all best recruiting. These
Hello.
NCAA
Hello.
championship teams, you want to
Hello.
be competitive in the Final Four. We just got through March Madness. So I am
Hello.
curious to know, since you're saying that the smart, capable, educated African Americans cannot get
Cannot
any
come.
sort of preference or
Mm-mm.
any sort of consideration to
Mm-mm.
attend your quote unquote esteemed university.
Mm-hmm.
Will you do the same thing and make sure that you're not
Mm-hmm.
recruiting the best African American athletic talent to
Talk
your
about it.
school as well? And I
Talk
don't see
about it.
that happening because Duke will no longer be competitive once y'all lose
Nope.
all of the color and flavor in your in your athletics department.
Mm-hmm.
And when she said that, I was like, we
Excellent.
all know what the answer to that is going to be.
Excellent
It is
point.
my sincere. I don't think it'll happen, but
It
I would
won't.
love
I
to see
know.
these students say, you know what, Duke is off the list because Duke has such a storied basketball program in
Mm-hmm.
particular. I would
Oh my
love
God. How
to
funny would that be?
to hear black basketball high school stars say Duke is not even in the running or the
Right.
contention
Which
for.
isn't fair for them.
It isn't. It
It
isn't.
isn't fair that these kids, they're children and they have to make this big decision to make this big statement. God, I want it, but I hate that our kids have to do it. I
But
wish
it's
it was
always
another
been the
way.
kids that had to do it. I
I
mean,
know, I
and for every
know.
generation, it's always the youth them as
Mute them.
as Whitney says. But
Yeah.
I hope that that young athletes use their leverage to push back against some of the things that we're seeing. We're seeing universities and colleges dismantle their entire DEI
Hmm.
programs and now retroactively fire a lot of the professors and staff that have been put into place to ensure that these programs run effectively and smoothly. And
Hmm.
it unfortunately negatively impacts, African Americans across
Hmm.
the United States and just makes
Hmm.
it harder for them to access um higher education. And also saying that let me point something out real quick because
Yeah.
this is bullshit. I saw
Oh,
that some of the Ivy League schools are considering going back to making the SATs a standard
SATs, I
for
saw it.
entrance. One of the big pushes behind taking some of the weight off the SATs was because it was proven, and this is
It's
not
been
a
proven
speculation, this is not an opinion. It has been scientifically proven year after year after year after year that the
every year.
SAT is a systematically racist
Yeah.
tool
Yeah.
of testing. They
Yeah.
have proven it
Over and over.
over and over again.
Over and
And it is
over.
not a good measure of college
Mm-mm.
aptitude. They
Nope.
have proven one, that it is inherently racist, and
Hmm.
two, that it is a poor measure of your ability to be successful in college. We
Hmm.
know that.
Hmm.
So it was. who led the charge behind SATs losing their relevance in college admissions were the Ivy League schools. It was Harvard, it was Princeton, it was
Yep.
Yale, it was Columbia coming
Yep.
out and saying we want to see more well-rounded students, so we're taking some of the weight off of SATs. Yes, you should
Right.
take the SATs. Yes, you should submit the scores, but
Right.
please understand we're not using this as a solid tool
Mm-hmm.
to form our opinions on the candidacy of your application.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
suddenly, we are starting
Mm-hmm.
to see that these same
The walk back.
esteemed and it goes to show Ivy. Most of us aren't going to Ivy League schools. That's
Most of
just the
us don't
design.
want to either.
But the fact that the Ivy League school said, we know that you're smart and you're capable without these test scores, so it's not necessary, led other schools and universities to do the same thing. When the
Mm-hmm.
pivot swings the other way, which it is now, where they're using the testing, they're using standardized testing again as a measurement of aptitude in college. What's going to happen? It's going to swing the other way again.
Mm-hmm.
And they're saying, well, we're looking for more ways to find the best candidates. And then the reality it is,
The whitest.
come on, somebody.
The whitest candidates.
If we've already proven that these test scores negatively impact Black and brown people of color in the United States, as well as immigrants and students, international students from abroad, we know that. We've proven that. Why would you backtrack and
Mm-hmm.
go to that form of testing unless you are intentionally
Mm-hmm.
looking to exclude Blacks, Latinos, international students, students with disabilities or who struggle taking tests? Now that affirmative action is no longer
Mm-hmm.
there to protect these people from the harm that the standardized testing is doing. I saw that and I was pissed.
Oh, yeah, no, this was dumb. This was absolutely dumb. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, Duke, you're gonna regret this.
Yeah. Oh,
You're really
Duke
gonna regret this.
Duke is going to have to pivot real fast. They honestly,
Yeah.
I think what's interesting is when I saw the article being released, I said, why did Duke publicize this?
Why
Honestly, they
would
could have
you
gotten rid of it
publicize it?
and they didn't have to tell anyone.
Didn't have to say a damn thing, but also like it's nothing to be proud of. Like it's this big kowtowing to bigots. It's this big kowtowing to bigots. Speaking. Wait,
Uh-oh.
did you get your points? Did you get a point,
Yeah, I
Eva?
did. I
Okay.
did.
I just want to make sure before I pivot. Before I pivot. Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Oh God.
Sir, you have good grace and good standing with the Negroes. I don't understand why you took your wealthy, privileged self onto Fox News to talk about woke culture and cancel culture and things like that when you should. I don't know if you actually do know this, but they use those terms to describe black people.
Yep.
They use those terms to weaponize what black people are asking for. We ask for equality and they try to demonize it as reverse discrimination, which I'm like, if it's reverse discrimination and we all come to an equal point, isn't that equality?
Calling it reverse discrimination also highlights the fact that y'all knew when y'all were doing it to us it
It
was
was
discrimination and y'all didn't
hello,
do shit about it. And that's every
hello.
time somebody calls reverse racism or
Mhm.
reverse discrimination, I'd be like, so you are in fact admitting that this is in
Racist.
fact. But I
Yeah,
like to say the quiet part out loud.
you're so
That's
smart.
that's just me.
You're
It's
not
just me.
playing.
I
You're not
just feel like,
playing.
is that a confession? Because it sounds
It
like a
is. It
confession.
sounds like a confession. It sounds like you actually know that this is actually racist.
That's what it sounds like. But I'm shut
And
up.
didn't
I'm
want to
gonna
do
leave it
anything
alone.
about it, but only want to pipe up when the people who are
Right.
experiencing this discrimination. Okay, cute. Um, Going on Fox and talking about how you're the most followed man on Instagram shows us what you actually care about. You had two films that flopped.
Ooh,
And I'm not saying for whatever reason that I don't think that they're bad films. I've heard some reviews about those two films. It was like Jungle Trip and Black Adam. They just didn't
yeah.
do well, but it's because it was because of the writing. It wasn't because of you.
The
It was
writing and the pandemic.
let's
People
be real.
ticket sales in movie theaters have been down for damn near 5 years now.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't.
I,
You're not.
I could sit in my house and stream it. Why would
Hmm.
I go anywhere? I could eat a bucket of popcorn in my bathrobe and not
Or
spend $80.
Popeyes, and
Whatever
enjoy
the
my
hell I
movie from
want.
home.
I don't need, like there's certain Renaissance was an experience. Going to the theater to see Renaissance, absolutely hands down. I would not want to watch that at home. Um, the first time, because now I want to watch it at home after I've seen it. But the first time, no, I want to see that in the theater. I want to see it with people. Um, but like other movies, I can just pull it, just turn it
Yep.
on. We're
Hmm.
fine. Um, but to go on and talk about, you know, to walk back your decision to endorse a presidential candidate, um, to try to put yourself in the middle, the middle ground, especially when there's so much shit going on right now, where this other presidential candidate, the baby daddy, the three-time baby daddy,
Oh
with
boy.
all the indictments, that ghetto mess, uh is talking about putting people in camps and deporting people who are actually born here, um talking about all kinds of violence and like vile discrimination, stuff like that. And you want to find the middle ground with these people who will gladly toss you aside if they could. You
Right.
let us know exactly what you were concerned about, which is being liked, which does not sound very rock like at all. It sounds soft. It's
Very.
giving it's giving you want to be homecoming queen. Um and sir, I expected a little bit more backbone out of you. I've been disappointed in you since that whole Oprah thing with Maui.
Oop,
You're a
whoop.
multi-millionaire and she's a billionaire, and y'all standing here asking people who are trying to make ends meet, feeding their kids cereal for dinner, hey, could you contribute some money for Maui? Couldn't you contribute some money for Maui?
They could. They
I'm
could.
pretty sure you could. Them's your people, right? Them's half your people. I'm just saying what I'm
You're not
saying.
wrong.
I'm
You
just
ain't.
saying what I'm saying. So I've been disappointed then, but this is the exact reason why I'm tired of y'all caping for celebrities to say the things that you want. Billy D. Williams stood up and said that blackface was okay on Bill Maher, and Bill Maher had to be like,
Ooh, he said, "Oh, why you come on my show saying that coon shit?"
well,
Mm-mm, no.
even though Bill Maher has been really problematic for several years now.
Yes.
Drops the
Yes.
N-word whenever he feels like it. Goes a whole Joe Rogan route. But I'm just really I'm really bothered by people who expect celebrities. Y'all have a weird parasocial relationship with all of this, where you expect your favorite celebrity to be your end all, your be all, your therapist, your ambassador.
And it shouldn't be that way.
No, these are individuals who are doing their things. This is exactly what I was talking about when everybody was trying to give Beyonce beef for not speaking up about. I mean, Beyonce don't speak out about nothing. You see, she don't speak up about
She ain't
nothing.
got shit to say to us, and we love that.
Don't talk to me, lady. Don't talk to me, lady. Just give me music, and listen, I will leave you alone. If I ever see Beyonce in public and I'm not supposed to see Beyonce in public, I never saw
I
Beyonce.
have to mind
You
my
hear me?
business.
I'm minding my business. I might give her like the like,
What's up,
like
sis?
I see you, I know it's you. I'm not going to do this to you,
Yeah.
okay? Nope. You go ahead and enjoy your life. If you ever want to shout out the Reclaim, go ahead. But
Do that.
I'm
Do that.
teasing. I'm not doing it. But you
It's
get the
gonna
point.
happen. I can't wait.
If it ever happens, I will gladly accept. Oh God, I feel like you're gonna record this and you're gonna
I
play this
am.
back on me.
I
If
am.
she ever says anything about Whitney Elise or the Reclaimed, I will accept my Z level celebrity. Okay. But
Thank you.
until then, I'm a normal
I'm
person
gonna play this
and I'm
back.
glad to
Season
be.
4, episode 11, titled Loose Lips. I'm
Oh
not
my
gonna forget.
God.
I'm not gonna forget. I'm gonna remember forever, friend.
Fight me. Anyway, I'm done yelling at people.
All right. I got a problematic letter here. I need a name for a young man.
Oh, Dexter.
Dexter. Him. Dexter wrote.
I don't know
I
where
ha-
Dexter came from, by the way.
I like it.
Dexter?
Dexter wrote. I have extended several small loans to my father and he has never paid them back. For context, I've always known my dad, but he never lived in the same house as we did, and he would often go missing for months at a time and make lots of empty promises. I decided that I would stop giving my dad money after becoming a father last year. Being a dad makes me look at him different, and I think it's corny to ask me for money now that I have more responsibility. Now my dad is telling his family that I'm icing him out and I don't want to have a relationship with him. Would I be wrong if I tell him he's right and stop talking to him?
No,
I
I'm
don't.
s-
I'm sorry.
that's the unhealed place in Whitney.
At least you
No,
have a healed place.
stop this.
You've built a place that is called healed in you.
You are
I
hilarious.
still collecting my supplies from Home Depot.
You know what? Why not? Let's be problematic today. No, you would not be wrong. Remember, a relationship is not owed to anybody.
Come on,
No
somebody.
one is entitled to being in your proximity. No one is entitled to being close to you. Especially, there is something really special about those first few years of parenting. Not that the rest of it isn't special, but in my own journey as a mom, these few years that I've had with this little girl has really like challenged me and taught me a lot about myself, about parenting, about children, about my own parents and stuff like that. And it's been such a precious time, but it really shifts your perspective. And so no, you're not wrong. Like you said, if you've given him loans and he hasn't been the best, now might be a great time to pull out those receipts and be like, "Well, Dad, since you think I'm icing you out, let me tell you how you iced me out when you would disappear for months at a time. Let me tell you how you iced me out when, we were getting ready to go off to prom and you said you were going to show up with the limo and you never did, so my auntie had to drive me."
Oh,
Let me say, this actually did not happen to me.
oh,
I don't know where I'm pulling this from. I'm just
it.
saying, let me tell you about the time, this thing or that thing or this thing or that thing. Like if they tried, because people will try to get amnesia on you, so you have to be the one to pull out the receipts. You have to be the one to, and I hate to say that because forgiveness, no, no, that's not right. I'm sorry. I'm having an internal dialogue.
Okay, that's
I'm,
fine.
I'm having an internal dialogue and I'm fighting with myself because this is something that I'm not really dealing with, but dealing with at the same time. Because not to get too personal and not to get too autobiographical, I'm in a weird spot with my own dad right now. Like we're in a great place. We talk every day. Like I just got off the phone with him. We talk every day, but it was not always so. Like, around my wedding time, he made some really big promises and then in a
Oh.
gross and nasty way backed out. And, my uncle had to come and step up, and that was really a painful period of time. And then he like tried to come walk me down the aisle and I said, my stepfather actually had to tell him like, no, Whitney's walking down with her mother.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
he didn't show up to the reception. And
Mm.
we didn't even talk until after Emery was born.
Wow.
So yeah, we still have to deal with that. Like that's not going away. That's just in the back of my mind. It's not all forgiven. It's just not addressed yet. And so the healed person in me would tell you that this is a time for conversation with your dad, like to sit down and actually talk this out. Why are you telling my family stuff when you could talk to me? Why are you going to other family members saying I'm icing you out when I've done this and I've done that and I've done this and I've done that?
Mm-hmm.
Um, why are you asking me for money when you see that I do you know how much diapers are, Dad?
Oh,
Formula.
come on, somebody. Come on.
Like if we were paying for daycare, like childcare, like good childcare is expensive, okay?
Yeah.
Expensive. Like you're either getting a job to just pay for the childcare or you're just staying home to be the childcare. There's like it's and in this economy, child. So the healed person in me is telling you to have a conversation with your dad. The unhealed person in me is saying the next time he pops off at a public place and wants to make your private business public, you let the chopper spray. Well, Dad, I want to know why you're asking me for money in the first place. You supposed to be working down at the Foot Locker. You're not making no money at the Foot
Not the
Locker. There's
foot.
nothing wrong with working at the Foot Locker.
No,
I'm
but
just saying, there's nothing wrong with working at the
it's
Foot
you
Locker.
saying down at the Foot Locker because you're old.
I'm elderly. I felt that. Sitting here with my cardigan, drinking my tea. But like, Dad, like, don't you think it's corny that you're asking your child for money who also has a child? Like, shouldn't you
Very.
be contribute? Like, how about you be a good grandfather? And like, since you couldn't be a good dad, be a good
Oh,
grandfather.
oh,
You okay? I told you it was the unhealed part, and I
it
don't ever
no,
get
but I don't
unhealed.
disagree. I don't think this is an unhealed place. I think this is a very sound and logical place.
I don't see, look, the computer agrees with me. I don't ever get to be unhealed on this show. So I'm gonna go ahead and just sit in this. Dexter, you may not want to take this advice. But
I don't
you
know,
know,
Dexter.
like
Sound like good sound advice to me.
stop this. Some people like to make your business, your private business public. And instead of having the courage to come to you and like actually like work out the actual issue, they'll go behind your back and try to talk about you. So you know what? You want to make it public business? Here's the public business. Dad, you've sucked and you sucked for a long time. And if anything, my gifts to you are just outreaches because something in me is desperate to try to have you finally accept me and you finally look at me and choose me instead of choosing whatever you've been choosing this entire time. But now I just see that you're a shitty ass example of what I'm not trying to be.
I
I
I ain't
told
got
you don't take the unhealed version though.
I don't have another version to offer. I agree.
Friend,
I'm sorry. What? I don't. What do you want me
we
to do?
gotta be
Lie?
better.
Dexter, you should have a I got
Friend,
nothing.
friend.
I don't think what you said comes from an unhealed place. I'm not gonna lie to these people. I think Dexter should listen to you. I don't think it's wrong to stop talking to him. You're not icing your father, you're
You're not.
being a father to your child, and that
Hello.
might mean that you don't get to financially parent your big ass
Hello.
grown ass daddy like you
Hello.
have been doing in the past. And if
Hello.
anybody should fucking understand that, it's your deadbeat ass father who wasn't where he was supposed to be. I understand you trying to cultivate a relationship now, but if money is required for you to cultivate that father son relationship, fuck that father son relationship. You are better off putting 110% into the father child relationship you have with your own child. Now, if anything is coming from an unhealed place, it's me. Don't see now,
You insulted that
everybody,
man 3 times in one
because fuck him.
sentence.
And everybody, now you really sound like the healed person. See, I didn't want to go there, but you forced my
No, because
hand,
this shit
Whitney,
makes me mad. Like,
because it's
this
ridiculous.
makes me like this is actually something that makes me mad. Like, how dare you feel entitled to the money that comes into me when you've not there's clear places where you have not poured into me and you're asking me for something. How dare
Right.
you?
So
How
if I'm
dare
icing you by
you?
not giving you my money, what the fuck were you doing to me for
Hello?
18 years?
Listen, the
Yeah.
frozen tundra. Okay, if I'm icing you, this is the frozen tundra.
Yeah,
Okay,
Dexter. I say go
I'm
ahead,
sorry,
and if
Dexter.
you want to maintain that relationship, then what you can do, healed response, what you can do is let your father know that you have set a boundary and that you are pouring your
Mm-hmm.
financial means into your son, but you still
Mm-hmm.
care about fostering a healthy father-son relationship with your father.
Yep.
If that conversation doesn't go over well, you can
Fuck
tell
him.
your dad to kick rocks like he has been
Fuck
too
him.
good doing. That's
Mm-mm.
all I
Because
got.
no, and you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I'm very troubled by
You're
people who
not
feel
troubled.
entitled. By people
This
who feel
is
entitled
bullshit.
to like stuff that's yours. Like you're not entitled. First of all, you're not even entitled to a relationship. Like, let alone what I earned. Like, if I give you anything, it's out of the goodness of my heart.
Hmm.
And to the whole going behind the back, like, what are we gossiping? Like,
That's what it feels like.
this feels like gossip. You need somebody to feel bad for you so they can give you something. Like, if that's what you need to, if that's what you're using it for, that's so petty and lame, and you could do so much better.
Yeah. I expect more from people, and
I'm sorry, Dexter, that you're dealing with
yeah,
that.
yeah, Dexter, you're not wrong. I appreciate you
Hmm.
being being intentional about not being the father that your father was, but also you don't
Hmm.
have to, it's not your responsibility to cultivate that relationship through small loans that you're never going to get back.
Absolutely not.
That's not
That's
on
not a
you.
loan.
That's not
If
on
you're
you.
not going to get it back, it's not a
Yeah.
loan.
Your dad should be giving you money. Your dad owe you
Okay.
reparations.
Reparations for the children.
Thank you, Whitney. I don't
Thank
think
you,
you
Rita.
came from an unhealed place at all. I think
Nope.
you're very
I'm going to go
healthy.
journal about this and why I
Oh
just
boy.
fired off like that.
Oh boy. Okay.
I'm going to
Well,
make her delete this part, guys.
nope. I'm not deleting it.
I'm gonna
That
make you
takes
do
too
it.
much in post editing. Thank you.
Oh.
I think that's a good place to end, though.
Hmm.
I will say this. Whitney is the best of us and the better of
That's
us.
not
So,
true. That's not true.
everyone who listens to this podcast
No
knows that
one
it is, but
agrees to this. No,
okay.
do not listen to her.
But I think that's sound advice, and I don't want you, friend, to walk away from this thinking that your response was from an unhealed place because it sounds like it's from a very healed and mature place.
Mm,
And it sounds that being able to empathize with disappointment does not
yeah.
mean it's coming from an unhealed place. It just means that it's
Amen.
coming from a raw place and a real place. So I don't want you to say that, and I don't want the listeners to think that.
Oh, thank you, friend.
You're welcome,
Thank you.
friend.
I just don't usually like yell and cuss.
No,
Usually,
some
usually it
niggas
needs
need to
it's
be
like a
yelled and cussed at.
for real. Like this
Not
one in
Dexter, but
particular.
Dexter Daddy. Dexter Senior need to be
Nah,
cussed at.
Dexter needs like diapers. Like I feel like that's what grandparents
Right?
come
Have
over.
y'all seen the price of formula?
I'm like, just bring over some diapers. Like, what size does the baby wear? Like some new onesies, because a few blowouts and you just
Yeah,
out.
you
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 just
gotta
out. You
trash them. It's
out.
over.
No, throw them out. Mm-mm. No, let me tell you a funny story before we go, because I have to leave on a high note.
Let me hear
Um,
it.
so I think Emmy must have been like 2 weeks,
Oh,
2, 3 weeks old,
fresh
fresh,
baby.
fresh, brand new baby. And I had finally decided to take a shower. This was COVID years, so like you could take a shower in the middle of the night. It's fine. Nobody cares. It wasn't the middle of the night. It was like 8:30. And she was sitting in her bouncy seat, and her dad was looking after her, and I ran to the bathroom to like go shower or whatever. I hear, oh no, oh no,
Uh-uh.
oh no.
No.
Now I'm a new mother. And let me tell you what a new mother does not need to hear. Her calm, reserved husband who is not afraid of anything. I heard the panic in his voice. I said, "Oh my gosh, she's choking. Oh my goodness, she fell. Oh my goodness, like she passed out. What is going on? She's having a seizure, something." I'm falling out of the tub. I'm trying to put a robe on. I'm soaking wet. I said, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" He comes around the corner. He's just holding this tiny baby,
Uh-uh.
and the whole
No.
butt is just green.
Oh no.
He said, "I don't know what happened. I just heard her go." And it's all over the chair. Whitney,
Oh
what
my
do we
God.
do? What
Fix
do
it.
we do?
Fix it, Jesus.
I started laughing so fast. I said, "Give me my child." Instantly, like I don't know how I did it. Like it was like a towel, and it was like the changing pad. Everything was laid out, and I did it like one whoosh. And he's standing there, like, "Whoa!" And I got her changed, cleaned up, and stuff like that, and like bundled up all the stuff and put it in the trash. And he's just like, "How did you do that?" I was like, "I'm a mom," and went back to shop. I was like, "Now you got to clean out that chair. I'm not cleaning out
Yeah,
that chair.
that's on you, Dad.
I got the baby." She said, "But you, sir, you go scrub the deck.
See,
Go scrub the deck.
that's
Mhm.
what Dexter Daddy need to be doing. Come over and help and contribute. Be
Help,
a granddad.
help."
Somebody don't give you $20 and now all of a sudden y'all not on speaking terms. That
Okay.
is
Petty. Petty and broke.
oh
Broke behavior.
broke
Anyway,
behavior. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that's all for the Problematic Podcast this week. We hope that you tune in next week and hear more of our shenanigans and our
it's
antics.
shenanigans. Hmm. If we
Y'all
go
have a
if we're gonna shenan once, we're gonna shenan
we
again,
gonna
as the girl
shenanigan.
said on TikTok.
Because if they'll shenan once,
They
they will
go
shenan
they
again.
go shenan again.
Y'all have yourselves a fantastic week. Bye.
Bye.